What is up, guys? It's the NJB here, and today I'm going to be going over some of my reasons for wanting to get an Xbox One X. So these are all going to be my opinions for wanting to switch to an Xbox. I'm not going to be abandoning PlayStation. I'm still going to be making videos with PlayStation, and I'm still going to be playing my PlayStation, seeing that I still have a lot of previous games on PlayStation. But I do want to get an Xbox One, or at least one version of it, and my main choice right now is the One X. So I'm going to give you guys my reasons, and you guys can see whether you agree with me or not, and this might help people who are still on the fence with deciding. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So the first reason I want to get an Xbox is because of online. So online on Xbox is better than PlayStation, and now that they're the same price now, PlayStation kind of recently upgraded their PlayStation subscription to $60 a year rather than being $50 a year. I originally went with PlayStation because I thought the online would be free. Then they announced at E3 that it wasn't going to be free, and now they're upping the price. So now it doesn't exactly seem like the cheapest way to play online. Now it's basically the same price as Xbox, and I'm pretty sure Microsoft servers are still better than Sony servers. Microsoft servers have always been better. They don't have any problems. As far as I remember, when I was playing on the 360, I never really had any problems with it. It was never down for maintenance, it's never been hacked, and I just never had any problems with it. On PlayStation, it's usually down for maintenance quite a few times. Sometimes the store just says service is down for maintenance. Online usually works most of the time, and I don't have a whole lot of problems with that, but it's just like standard Sony features and just online stuff. Sometimes it just don't work, sometimes you just have problems with them, and it just gets frustrating after a while. And sometimes it makes me feel like Sony is still more focused on actual games and exclusives more than they are focused on really just improving their service and just making sure it works all the time. So I don't have as many problems as I used to, but sometimes it still happens now and then. So the next thing I'm going to talk about are exclusive games. So I know a lot of people say that Xbox One doesn't have a lot of exclusives, and a lot of the games that are exclusive are available on Windows. So in my opinion, this is what I have to say. If I can't play it on PlayStation, isn't exclusive to Xbox One. If it's on Windows, I'm not a PC gamer. I'm not going to get these games for PC, and I don't care if anyone's making the argument that, oh, it's on PC, it's not an Xbox One exclusive. Look, it's a Microsoft exclusive, so there's that. It's not on PlayStation. If I can't put it in my PS4 and play, it's an Xbox exclusive because I'm a console gamer. So I am looking forward to some exclusives coming to Xbox One, and some of those games are Crackdown 3, Gears 4, Forza Motorsport 7, the Halo, State of Decay, Battlegrounds. There's some other games. I know not all the games are listed are new games, but they are still exclusives that are out, and I've kind of wanted to play some of them. For Halo, I can't say I'm going to go jump back into Halo as I did before. I probably just played a campaign because even though I know the later Halos haven't been as good, I still do enjoy playing Halo campaigns. I feel like it's something that I really kind of want to do. But I think one of the things I really like about Xbox exclusives is that I feel like they focus more on multiplayer than PlayStation exclusives. A lot of the PlayStation exclusives like God of War, Infamous, Horizon Zero Dawn, these games are all good games, don't get me wrong, but they don't have multiplayer. Even online co-op would be a nice addition to a lot of these games. I got Infamous Second Son and I got First Light. Completed both of those to the fullest, and now I delete them. I deleted them years ago because I just don't play them anymore. So to me, paying a lot of money for games that I'm going to be done with as soon as I'm finished with the story, it just doesn't really feel worth it. Versus a multiplayer game, let's say Battlegrounds, I can always jump in with my friend and play it. If I'm not really feeling like competing in Call of Duty or in FIFA and grinding those games all the time, I can just relax and just have fun in Battlegrounds. Or some other just typical games like State of Decay. Now it's a fun game that I'd want to play with friends, and yeah, I just kind of want to experience those games. And I feel like Xbox kind of has more exclusives that are focused on multiplayer and just having fun with friends. So that's kind of one reason that I do want to get an Xbox One. So I just want to clarify, I'm not saying that PlayStation exclusives are bad. I'm not saying any of the games that I said are single player are bad. But I'm just saying that once you complete these single player story modes and games, even if you get the DLC and complete them, to me, I'm done with the game, so there's nothing really else to do in the game, and I really feel like it's kind of like a waste of money because with multiplayer games, I can always go back and play them and have fun, just as like the first day I got the game. With exclusive games or kind of like single player games, if I go back and play it, I mean, I already know how the story goes. There could be that one or two missions that I really like to go back and redo, but for the most part, just like in a COD or Battlefield campaign, once I'm done with the story, I'm done with it. So I might as well be done with that part of the game. And if it's a single player game, then I'll be done with the whole game. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is EA Access. So if you guys are on PlayStation and you haven't heard about EA Access, this is what it is. So you may have noticed that some YouTubers are able to play some EA games before they actually come out. I mainly upload like FIFA videos. So if you guys have ever noticed like FIFA YouTubers ever playing FIFA, the new FIFA like before it comes out on Xbox, it's because they have EA Access, and this allows them to play games sometimes like I think it's about a week early, or maybe a little bit more. I'm not entirely sure, but you can play like kind of like trials of a game before it actually releases. So also they have a pretty big library of games that you can play. Some of these games include Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, FIFA 17, Battlefield 4, and quite a lot of other EA games. And for someone who's new to Xbox One, this is a pretty big deal for me because it means that I don't have to pay full price for all these old games that I kind of want to play with my friends who actually have them on a different console. So that's something I kind of like to do. Also, I would like to play new EA games that will be coming out soon, early, and it kind of helps being a YouTuber and being able to upload games like videos on this. So that's another positive for me. And on top of that, when you get to play games early, you can also buy the games at a discounted price. So basically, EA Access is a pretty good thing, and it is a feature that Xbox has that Sony didn't actually feel was necessary for PS4. So that's kind of interesting that they would think that PlayStation 4 gamers wouldn't want to have this feature, but it didn't seem to hurt PlayStation in any way, shape, or form, but it is kind of something that does put the Xbox One ahead of PS4, at least in terms of EA games, if you're into them. So my next reason is kind of specifically on why I want to get like the Xbox One X, kind of over like a PS4 Pro or kind of like a standard Xbox One S. So the reason is it's the best console ever made, and that's a pretty big reason for me. So I know a lot of people don't think it's worth it. They don't really think that they need the 4K TVs, and they don't really want to spend money just to get the best out of their games because they're satisfied with 1080p, they're satisfied with the consoles they have now, and I understand that. And if you feel that way, I have no problem with that. I mean, that's you. But to me, I like to get the best version of something new that I buy. I mean, if I get a phone, I'm not going to get like one that came out last year just because it's cheaper. I'm always going to get the newest one just because I feel like they've kind of learned from their mistakes in the past and they made it better. And they put all their work into new hardware, and I know that it has better longevity than the older systems. I mean, in a few years, if there's a new Xbox and PlayStation, you best believe that those original Xbox Ones and the original Xbox One S, those are the consoles that will be left behind, and games aren't going to run as well as they do on the newer consoles. And having the Xbox One X, the games will definitely run better, and there's definitely going to be much more support for it than these older consoles. On top of that, I'll admit, I don't have a 4K TV or monitor yet, but I do want to get one, and when I get one, I do want to have a console that can take advantage of it. So it kind of reminds me of when I got a 360 and I finally got HDMI cables for it and the games look great. It's kind of going to be kind of like that when I get an Xbox One X and I get a 4K monitor. So that's that. On top of that, it is the closest to PC gaming a console can get. Now, the last thing that really put the Xbox One on my radar kind of earlier in this year, and it could have been last year, but I don't exactly remember, and this is backwards compatibility. So, PlayStation does not have that great of a backwards compatibility lineup. The games they're not bad. I mean, the games are pretty good. I mean, they do have a lot of popular games, but some games like Call of Duties, the Battlefield, and just some other like AAA titles, they just aren't there, and I kind of wish that I wouldn't have to pay for a service to stream a game. So, personally, I've used PlayStation Now, and I'll admit, the streaming, it works pretty well, right? But I don't want to have to pay monthly for it. I mean, I could afford it, technically, but I really feel like it would just be better if I owned, like, a previous game, like, on my PS3, like, theoretically, if I had a PS3, if I had one and I had the game, I wish I can just like put it in a PS4 and play it. But Sony doesn't give you that option. They want you to pay for a service for it, and that's the only way for you to play old games. Microsoft is not only giving you the option to download and buy games off the store, but you can just stick them in your console and play it. You don't really have to pay for any service, and it's completely free. You probably do need the internet just to download an update for the game, but other than that, the game is yours. And I do have quite a few 360 games that I kind of want to play. I mean, I have some Halos, and I have Black Ops 2, and just some other games that I kind of want to go back and play. And also, backwards compatibility for the original Xbox is coming out soon. So, I don't know how many games are going to be on that list, but I still have Star Wars Battlefront 1, and I kind of want to play that game. In my opinion, Battlefront 2 may be better, is opinion. That's all my opinion, but I still want to play Battlefront 1 and kind of experience that old Star Wars game, and it would be nice that I can just put it in a brand new console and play that. In fact, I think if the Xbox One initially launched with backwards compatibility and a lot more of these features that they have now, it probably would have sold a bit better than the PS4. I mean, let's be honest. Maybe if they dropped the price more like around the PS4's range, it probably would have sold probably around the same, just as much as the PS4. But they are coming out with these features later, and personally, I do think it is a good time to be a console gamer right now, and I do think it's a good time to upgrade. I mean, my PS4, it is getting kind of old. I mean, there are some problems with it, and I do think it is time to upgrade to a new console. So I'm not going to forget my PS4, and I'm not going to stop playing it, but I do want to play Xbox One games, and I do want to kind of experience like Xbox library of games and play with my friends on Xbox One. So that's basically it for all my reasons. So just to recap, so my main reasons were the online is better on the Xbox. I mean, in terms of multiplayer, they do have the more powerful console that will come out, and I will upgrade to a 4K monitor eventually, and I do want a console to have that. Exclusive games, I'm looking forward to some Xbox exclusive games. I mean, a lot of them are more multiplayer focused versus PlayStation, which is more like single player focused. So that's kind of one reason. Backwards compatibility for 360 and original Xbox games. So 360 is already on Xbox One, but the original Xbox games will come around sooner or later. And last but not least, EA Access. So I didn't just rehearse all of my points in the order I gave them in the video, but I did kind of give you guys kind of a little breakdown of what I did. So those are my reasons for wanting to get an Xbox One, and that's basically that. So you guys can tell me what you think in the comments below. If you guys hate my ideas and hate me for going to Xbox One, go ahead and put it in the comments. I don't really care. These are just my opinions, and it's not like I'm abandoning PlayStation. And in fact, I will get a PS4 Pro eventually, because my PS4, it is old, and I do want to have the latest PlayStation console. So I will get one eventually, but because I already have a PS4, I don't see like any urgent need to upgrade to a new one, because I'm not going to be missing out on any new PlayStation games, because I can still play them with my old PS4. But I won't be able to play Xbox games until I actually have an Xbox. And I do want to get the best version of an Xbox, just so I won't have to buy one in a few years. So that's why I do want to get the best one available. So that's going to be it for the video. Tell me what you guys think about my opinions in the comments below. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one. And cheers, mates.